Hey, hit the like button before I put a "How do you feel, boo?" Hit the like button, man. Thank you. Those of you that didn't, you a hater, man. You a hater. That's okay. Anyways, man, let's get back to what we got going on here. So I talked to KDT today. I talked to Butcher. I talked to Smoker Joe. I talked to D Menace. I talked to Menace. I talked to Dennis. I talked to all them boys, man. Well, the boys are at least here in the D. So they've taken a break as KDT from creating music, and Joe and Menace has branched off and started a whole new group called Thug. THUG, two homies under God. Don't make me break it down in gang signs because I can, but I'm not gonna right now. I want YouTube flagging this as unsafe for the human race to watch or whatever. But anyways, they're on their second album. They got a whole new album done. I have some production on the first album. Um, they have a feature on some of my stuff. I don't have a feature on the first album. I don't think I do. Uh, but they both told me the same thing. They're both working on albums. So I'm doing production for both them guys. I'm going to send them some packs. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do a zip loop package with FL Studio to where you take the whole session, put it in one little zip folder, and send it to somebody. And then they can open the whole session up. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. It's the best way to work if you're working in FL and you're sharing projects back and forth. So I'm doing that, and I kind of showed them guys how to do it, and they'll be able to watch. You guys will be able to watch this video and basically see. All right, enough of rambling. So this first beat we got, beat number 93. Wasn't sure if I should give this to Butcher or give this to Menace and Joe. I think this would be a good one for Menace and Joe because this is kind of a good beat they can go back and forth on. But I found a sample in here I made that'd be great for Butcher. So I separated that, put that in a separate file. So let me play this real quick, let you guys hear this. Check this out.
Scantless on the beat.
All right, so that's number 93 beat. And if we go to the sample, so this is the sample I made for it. So it started off kind of like this. So basically, Analog Lab, Book of Memory Keys, and Serum. What patch is this? Lead, crazy flute thing. I don't know if that's a Kara patch or a Semantics patch, one or the other. And then this is the sample, sampled out, put in G minor. Actually, that was reverse. Here, regular. Yeah, so basically just the key change or pitch down, whatever. I don't even remember how I did it. That's okay. You know what I mean? Let's rename that. So this will be the OG sample. So he'll know. So I'm sending him this project. Now, the only downside with doing this, which is not really a downside, is that if I send you my project and let's say like I'm a master, let's say you don't have these plugins, right? Let me actually delete these. It's not gonna matter because you can just bypass it. You can tell it'll say, you know, we found this plugin that you don't have. Do you want to search for it or just bypass it? You can just bypass and it will bypass the plugin or plugins. You might have to do it one by one, but and then once you get the session open, then you could resave it and then it will know, you know, what you don't have. Okay, because I have a lot of stuff on here. But that's all right, man. So we're gonna export this out, send it over to them. I'm gonna show you guys how to do a Fruity Zoop zip loop package. So in FL, of course, I always save it. I name the file, and then also, if you go to options, project info, I put the same name as the title. Key, BPM, what mix number, and then who it's going to, and then my name, and in the author section. What else do we need to do? Oh yeah. So if you go in the backend on FL projects, you can customize. If you go to projects, so data folder, store data relative to the project file, and then when starting a new project and when saving. So I'm telling it to put everything in the same folder, and then in file, save the project data folder if there is one. So it's basically telling it to put everything in one folder so it's all together. FL used to do it where everything went just in the same folder. So if you try to recall something, you would go to, I have the list in here from older projects. It's just the list for days with just random titles, not even names, like just like the date and then the number and then the name of the song or the session, which is crazy. But to send this as a zip loop package, in FL, there's a few options. So you can go to File, Save As, and go here to Save as Type. You can click on that and select zip loop package. That's one way to do it. But the other way, you go to File, Export. So normally we go WAV or MP3. If we're sending track outs or stems, we go all playlist tracks from song start, and then it sends them from the song start with all the dead space, so everything's on beat and it comes in where it's supposed to. If you do it from track start, it just goes. It does it quicker, but the person that gets all the files, nothing will be lined up on the song arrangement how you have it. But you could do zip loop package, Project Bones, project data files. Now, Project Bones is everything, all the mixer tracks, all of that, but it's all kind of separate. So when you open it up, you have to manually grab everything on, I believe, one by one. Project data files is kind of the same. The best way we figured out to do it is zip loop package. Zip loop package is like the best of both worlds. It takes all the samples used, my arrangement, all my mixer tracks, and it saves everything in one file with an FLP file, a Fruity Loop file. So when you click on and open that FLP file, what it does, it pulls all the data from all the files in the folder, all your mixer tracks, everything, your arrangements, all your samples used, all your MIDI info, and all your VSTs, all your plugins, your instruments, your effects, all that. So we click on zip loop package. I'm not going to put it in this folder. I'm going to go to my drive and I'm going to go to album songs 2025. I'm going to start a new folder. So we're going to go folder, THUG, beats 2025. I've tried to get real good at naming and dating things. So it's saying this project has multiple samples with the same file name. This may result in loss of data. Well, what's the same name? Soft hi-hat, soft hi-hat, soft hi-hat. How many soft hi-hats do I have? Save anyway. Go ahead. That's another thing I don't like sometimes. It saves it as the same file name. Like if you, I don't know. It makes a variation of it by numbers, but I don't know. But So it put all that in a zip folder. So if we go to folders, let me show you guys real quick. C, go to T. So here is the zip file. Now all the person on the other end would have to do is right click, extract files. Okay. And then it does it to a folder. So if I double click on it, so there it has all the samples. And then if I click this, it will load all that back up, which I'm not going to click on that because I already have that session open. But another thing we're going to do, we are going to MP3 this out and send it over to them. So I'm going to go WAV and MP3, right? Just so they have it. So I'll go to that Thug folder and put it in that folder. Open. Save. Then I'll say also do an MP3, 24-bit, master effects and insert effects, keep those on. And then we're going to hit render in the background, and then that will render and zip it out to an MP3 and WAV file. But yeah, so that's how you use FL Studio to make a zip loop package. Basically packaging your whole session into one file to send off to someone so they can open it in FL in their DAW on their computer and open that session right up and pick up where you left off. That's the best way I found to do projects. Now, when I'm working with other people that are not working in FL, then I just have to do extract stems or project track songs or tracks, extract tracks, whatever it's called, and then it just does them one by one. So whatever's on track 1, it records it, puts it out. Track 2, and just goes one by one. And it sometimes if you have 10 to 15 tracks, audio on tracks, takes about 5 to 10 minutes maybe. But yeah, so this is gonna go off to Joe and Menace, and I have another one for Butcher. I'm gonna send him. But it's your boy D, man. Thanks for tapping in, and hit the like button, man. If not, you can get put a hoe in your food, boo. If you don't hit the like button, boy, I'm out.